Are you a 21st century parent? That's one of the questions that I think frequently comes to our mind. What are some of the essential elements that are necessary to be a parent in this day and age? Stay tuned and watch our video blog on being a 21st century parent. Welcome to iOpenMinds.net. Today we're discussing being a 21st century parent. There are three essential elements that I want to focus on today to help us make sure that we realize what's important to becoming a parent for this day and age. Firstly is a focus on education. An education that deals with the spiritual, behavioral, and intellectual development of the child. Secondly is the focus on communication. In order for you to be a good parent and to raise the type of child that you want, communication is key. Thirdly is the issue of time. Now, time is something that we've sacrificed in order to provide for our families. However, we've allowed the television set, the internet to raise our children. And it may be that we have to give more time to our families than to our jobs, and which may mean we have to sacrifice other things instead. In a moment, I'll get into a little bit more detail about these three essential elements. On Sunday, September 13th at 12 p.m., I'll be giving specifics on this topic in particular at MCC in Silver Spring, Maryland. I encourage everyone to come out if you can. To continue with the three essential elements, the first being education, we have to have a little bit of a paradigm shift. The old way of doing things was that the school kind of takes care of everything. But nowadays we realize that number one, parental involvement in school is vitally important. Number two, parents have to do a lot of teaching of supplemental skills and actually what they call soft skills or 21st century skills. Because the schools, unfortunately, because of standardized testing and mandated curriculum, they don't have time for things that are actually even more important. And thirdly, and most importantly, the moral and spiritual upbringing of your child has to be done by the parent. To expect the school to do any of that really is unrealistic, even if you take your children to a religious school. With essential element number two of communication, the old paradigm was that kids should only speak when they're spoken to, and that certain things should never be discussed. But we all know that in this day and age, and in this society in particular, nothing is taboo. Children are taught to question everything, so we need to be prepared to help them with those questions. And one of the biggest tips that I can share with you is to try to preempt and have a lot of discussions before they even face some of these issues, so that they'll know how to handle them once they face them. The third and final essential element is the issue of time. When it comes to time, typically all that was required was that you go out to work and the school takes care of everything and you can work as much as you can just to bring in the money that's necessary to take care of the household. But if you think that that's all that's necessary to raise your child, you're greatly mistaken. You need to be home. You need to talk to your children. You need to ask them how things went when they're at school or when they're on the playground. You need to go out and even play with them yourself. You have to have special nights and times to really build that strong relationship. Trust me, when you get older and they get older, those times that you communicated with them, those times that you educated them, and all the time that you spent with them will really come to the forefront, and they will trust you, they will love you, and they will confide in you. That's all for now in this video blog, this mind opener video blog with iOpenMinds.net. I hope to see you Sunday, September 13th at MCC in Silver Spring. Take care.